Good morning, traders, and happy Friday. It is Friday, and we're back with another episode of live trading. Me and Cleo are hanging out looking for some stocks. Zunaid's in the back. We're ready to make some money. Live trading starts now.
Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Those words have been dancing around my head all night. Oh, it's Vegas lore, that phrase.
What up?
What's going on, Zunaid? Happy Friday. How you doing?
I'm doing well. Good morning to you. We've got our NVIDIA cameras, so we can go ahead and be a little freaky with things today on this Friday. Should be fun.
All right, awesome. And just as a reminder, live trading is sponsored by Moomoo, a free and useful investment tool. Moomoo is hosting a paper trading challenge where you can win up to $1,500 in cash prizes, as well as getting 15 free stocks. Be sure to click on the QR code or the link in the description below. Zunaid, you want to go over some stocks real quick?
Sure can. Let's go ahead and throw my charts up here. So I am short the SPY, and I actually was in the money, but then by the time I brushed my teeth, I was no longer in the money. So we're in this trade. We went short because you can see that's the after hours high. Even in pre-market, had a little trouble getting over it. We are over it now. My stop loss is 421.02. Looking to go ahead and cut gains, or take gains rather, if it can come back down over to VWAP. So we'll see how this trade plays out for us. But let's go ahead and take a look at levels in terms of yesterday, right? Let's go ahead and kind of do it from scratch if we can. All right, so we pretty much had trouble getting over this 416 area, but then we finally did in the pre-markets. We kind of slumped below, came right back. This kind of held its support, dipped, and as soon as it came right back up, we went to the upside. Now, it would have been really frustrating for some folks if you were trying to wait for this 417 break or this 418 break, like I know I was, where you just got this one rip candle, like maybe 30 minutes in before the close, and it just kind of went without you. So that was a little bit frustrating on that end. But if you go ahead and take a look at Tesla, you had this 174 support hold really well. We traded, what was it, NVIDIA yesterday off of the 86. Where do we trade NVIDIA off of? You know what? This is why we have this setting to tell us exactly where we traded it. There we go. So from the 306 is where it was, because this was a pre-market high, which we wanted to hold as support. It did. And then, of course, we sold for a cute little 60 cents. And we thought we were out here chilling like Bill Gates. And then it went an additional $10, not 10 cents, but $10 after we sold it. So definitely left a lot on the table, but nonetheless, we made good amount of money there. And even on, where's Tesla? This was when I was like out and about because I had a panel to do yesterday. Just like bought it just so I could, have my skin in the game. That trade worked out. SPY yesterday, again, buying it off of the lows when it had a break. We went to the upside. But let's go ahead and not talk about the past too much, and let's talk about the game plan coming into today. All right, already talked about where I'm looking to go short SPY because I'm already short SPY. Another area for it to break is going to be this 419.50 level. You can see pre-market support, after hours, and then pre-market support. We'll see if this comes crashing all the way down or not. But again, we're just looking to take a quick $50 gains if we possibly can. On Amazon, let's go ahead and clear things up here on that. Looks like we're looking to break above this 119.62. We're kind of right there, so call it 119 if you want. Get a little break above that. We'll come back to a couple of tickers that y'all want to talk about in the chat as well. And here's this other stock, Meta, formerly known as Facebook. You had a nice little break of about 250. Here, let me go ahead and actually do it this way. You had a stock that wanted to go ahead and break above the 244 level, and once it finally did, you can see you got a big flush, right? I think we traded this one as well. You got a big flush down, and then you kind of had trouble getting over it. But once you finally did, it held the support, and then it moved to the upside. So again, it's not always going to work, right? You're going to lose your 50 cents to $1, depending on what your stop loss is. But then when it works, it can work handsomely, as we saw in the example of NVIDIA, where we bought it here. This is where we sold it, moved all the way up. I know a lot of people were talking about Palantir, PLTR, not PLYR. Okay, there we go. Apparently, a lot of people made a lot of money on this one. I would have loved to get in around this $10 yesterday, but unfortunately, it never gave me that chance. Just continued to rip like a monster to the upside. In terms of where can we find potential support areas, I would say maybe around this 1150, 1160 area right here, perhaps. Again, you can see right there after hour support, pre-market support, quite the same. And you can also see that it had a little bit of trouble getting over that 1160 area. So keep that 1150, 1160 area in mind if you're looking to get in that one. And then if it goes ahead and breaks, like let's say 1140s, 1130s, I personally would probably go ahead and get out if you're looking for a quick old day trade on that one. We'll see if any options come in. Obviously, it's Friday, so those things are going to be quite volatile, but we'll see if we have any opportunities to play them. Taking a look at Tesla, break of 149 just because it's the after hours high. And then if it goes ahead and cracks the 177, we can maybe go ahead and play this one to the downside to about the 176 perhaps, as that was a pre-market low. We're looking for it to break and capture $1 if we possibly can. CWD, this was a ticker that we tried to play yesterday on the $10. We were in the money by 50 cents, but unfortunately we could not take profits as we were waiting for 85 cents. And remember, we talked about how $6 could be an area of support because that was a previous close and the pre-market low yesterday. Looks like it's kind of bouncing from there at the moment. I would love to get into this at 5. I'm not going to lie. So, just for fun, we're going to go ahead and see if we can just purchase 100 shares at around $5. Matter of fact, in case I do forget to go ahead and close out of the trade, I want to make sure we can go ahead and take care of that there as well. All right, so that's what we've got on that. PayPal, this one has bounced up from the levels that we talked about of 60.50. Never got to the 60 area, but it just kind of has bounced from there. So we're going to leave that one be a little bit. Let's go ahead and check out Microsoft, as that one went ahead and touched our support area of 313.62 yesterday and then continued to make a move higher. Apple was an interesting one because I think I got it here. I think I tried to play Apple a couple of times. Let me just see what I did yesterday. I think I played it a few times in the morning on Apple on this break of this 173 area, or excuse me, 173, and it finally did go ahead and break above the 174. I think if we look left, there we go. We had a little bit of resistance right there, so we couldn't get past it. Had a little bit of trouble, but then we got ourselves a nice little move to the upside. Basically, from all the charts that I'm personally seeing, I don't see a lot of different ways for me to attack the market today. I'm not going to lie. There's not necessarily some support areas that I'm like, oh, I love this one. I think for me now, just seeing around what's going on, unless, Ryan has some tricks up his sleeve with the small cap stocks, I'm just going to kind of hang tight, see how the market wants to open up, and then play ball game from there. This is the micro crude oil futures here, the $72 level. Being back tested, and then it kind of went to the upside there. But that's kind of pretty much what I have, Ryan. You can go ahead and go with your stocks, and then whatever time is left over, I can go ahead and continue and see what the chat has to say.
Okay, sounds good. The first thing we're going to take a look at here is the SPY. And as you can see, we are breaking out, right? That's the big thing to watch here today. We've broken out of the purple box here, which is the sideways consolidation area that's gone all the way back to the beginning of the year. We actually broke above the 500-day moving average as well. So what I'm wondering here is this a blow off top, or are we going to be trading up some more, currently at 420.60. I'm not going to make that determination today. I'm certainly not going to load up on a new position on options expiry right before the weekend. We'll see what next week looks like. And remember, the following Monday, not next Monday, but the following Monday is Memorial Day. So there's a 3-day weekend at the end of next week. So I'm not in a rush to do that, but I do want to see how the SPY is trading or how the SPY ends up finishing today. My overall position was bearish on the SPY, and it's proven me to be wrong. So really glad that I'm not short right here. Otherwise, it would be really, really painful. So SPY, we're going to wait and see where that closes. One more thing to mention, worth noting this. Jay Rice in the chat saying that Foot Locker is now the Hurt Locker. That's a good one. They reported earnings, huge downdraft here. We'll see if this ends up bouncing at all. But for me, lowered its guidance. I suspect retail to be weak through the coming year as well. So to me, this is not something that I would play. Let's take a look at the movers tool and figure out what's going on here. We do have SDA. This is Sun Car Technology Group. This stock popped as high as 676, came back in, and really seems to be holding the 680 level. We're slightly above VWAP and above that support level. Catalyst here is Sun Car Technology shares are trading higher amid volatility following the recent completion of the company's combination with Golden Bridge Acquisition to become a publicly traded company. So not the greatest catalyst there, but seems to be moving here today. So we'll watch that. LSDI. This is another one here today. This popped as high as 185. Now it's bled back a lot of its gains right back down to this 135 level. We are under the VWAP here as well. I've got VWAP at about 155. Taking a look at the news here, don't really see anything, just the stale news from yesterday. So maybe this is just a continuation play, but LSDI making a nice little formation here, getting a little bit weak closer to the open. If we bounce off this 135, that might be a good play, especially if it goes right back to the VWAP, about 20 cents in there. Next is going to be Farfetch. This is ticker FTCH. This was as high as 546, actually made an intraday triple top on the 1 minute in the pre-market here. Take that for whatever it's worth. Came back down to VWAP, but we're holding VWAP here. So this is all going to be a story about the volume. If we can hold this level and get some volume flow, I really think 534 and 546 are both going to be in play, and maybe early. So we'll see if Farfetch can get going. Why is Farfetch up? Farfetch shares are trading higher after the company reported better than expected Q1 results. So we'll see if that earnings print is enough juice to carry this through the open of the market here today. Next is going to be ATNF, and this is 180 Life Sciences. I believe we've traded this one before. This has been a mainstay on the relative volume scanner when it has some bigger volume. We did pop as high as 135 here, came all the way back down, pretty much round tripped it. Now we're back up here around the VWAP at 120. We're kind of holding that, but let's see if we can actually get some push off that. I'd be a little bit weary of this one. You take a look at the daily chart here. No stranger to pops, but right after those pops, we often get drops. So just something to keep in mind from previous history. One of the best setups here this morning is GSIT. Jay Rice, you also seem to be on this one here. GSIT looking like another pre-market quadruple top here. It looks like on the fourth time we actually punched through it. Good continuation from yesterday. This gave us multiple opportunities yesterday to trade, with the biggest coming in the afternoon. So shout out to Crow. He's been telling us that the afternoon plays have been a little bit hotter. I've noticed that as well, and it seems like we're getting that on some of these tickers. Now GSIT, is holding that here today. We'll see if we can actually break off this. I wouldn't be surprised if this pushed out of the open, but if that's the case, I wouldn't be trying to stick around for too long. I'd want to take those gains. I do expect this to come back in. Perhaps it holds and gives us another setup for an upside trade. But if we do run here out of the gate, I would look to kind of take those gains pretty quickly. Next one here is going to be WISA. We've traded this one before. This one kind of feels scammy to me, so not my favorite. We're as high as 150, back down to 130. This right under the VWAP, pretty much right there. This is really going to need volume to take off, but I actually think that there are better plays here, namely GSIT. Next is going to be Wriggle. You can see Wriggle was actually in these lines that we've had here before, in this range that we've had here before. Had a decent day yesterday after a really good day the day before, but selling off here today. Let's see what's going on here. I didn't see any news here. So we'll see where this ends up going. Worth noting, HC Wainwright has a $15 price target. Whatever you think of HC Wainwright, maybe that'll factor into your trading plan today. If we're able to hold this and bounce, first stop here is going to be 165 for me. So if we're able to actually trade up out of this range and break 165, I think 172 is a given, and then probably 184 after that. So they're going to be your levels on Wriggle. Zunaid already kind of talked about Palantir. This thing has just been really, really strong since Kathy Wood's buy. We're above the 12 level now. My next level on this is going to be 1330 and then probably 1488. So there are your Palantir levels. No position in Palantir. Remember, absolutely gigantic float. So I really don't think that this is a type of stock that's going to go really, really, really high unless that float structure is kind of changed around. Maybe they'll buy back shares or reverse split it or something like that. But just keep in mind, 1.8 billion shares in the float. Trade's a little thick, but wow, what a run we've had recently on Palantir. So we'll keep that on radar too. Let me flip over to the small account and let's go over that real quick. So I made no trades yesterday. Remember, I only have one day trade left until Tuesday when I get another one back. So I'm trying to be as tactical as I can about it. The account currently, let me go back to this one here. Sorry about that. Account currently sits at 558. So we are above the starting value, but we're 0 for 2 in recent day trades. So we want to make sure that we can turn that around. If I see something today, I will definitely take it, but I'm not going to force myself because, again, it's going to be options expiry, likely to be a lot of volatility. volatility, and Monday is a new day. And if I don't use the day trade today, then I can use it on Monday. One other thing that I might consider doing is that if I have a pretty good angle on the broader market, or just the SPY, or really the broader market, I might be able to hold one of those ETFs over the weekend. It wouldn't be a huge trade, but it wouldn't be a huge trade in either direction. So if I feel really good about the direction, I might be able to grab a little bit and squeak out a little bit of gain early on Monday without using a day trade. So we'll see if that's the case. Any position like that is likely not going to get taken until much later in the day. So be sure to follow my Twitter for any updates when we are off the show. But that's where we stand right now, trying not to make a mess of this account. We will see what we end up getting when the market opens here. So remember, go ahead and check out Moomoo. The broker itself is great. I've had no problems trading. Very, very quick to get options approval. So go ahead and click that QR code if you are interested. Okay. Zunaid, you want to go over some stocks here from the chat?
Yeah, let's go ahead and turn on my comments back here. So yeah, let us know what you want us to take a look at. We had some good trades yesterday. We think we traded CWD. Unfortunately, that one was a loss, but there was one. What was the one? Oh, was it ALIM? Was it that one? I believe it was that one. Let's go ahead and turn on our. Yeah, it was that one that we went and made some money on when we tried to break the threes. So yeah, let us know in the chat what you've got. If you want to know in that same ticker, I think 206 is holding on well. So $2, I think, is your risk off. If it does go ahead and break 2, then I'd go ahead and get out of that one. Let's go. BABA. BA is your number one bag holder. Well, I apologize for that. Let's see. BABA broke the trend that it kind of had to the upside just yesterday, actually. I'm not sure which way I'd play this one, to be honest. Currently, you can see, obviously, the 84 is holding. So if it breaks that, you could go ahead and see some more downside. Matter of fact, I don't know. This is going to be interesting. I'm going to keep an eye on it. Could be a nice little break here soon on BABA. Oh, that's what it was. Okay, they reported earnings yesterday. You're right. Right there. Boom. Beep. Thank you. Appreciate the heads up on that. ENPH. Looking to move. So if it can go ahead and crack this 166, we can get a nice little ride possibly to 168s and 70s as a magnet. You can see it's been. So, okay, I like this one. You had support here, which once it here. Let's go ahead and draw. By the way, we got plenty of time to talk about this one. So here we go. And I move my monitors around, so my neck's going to hurt a little bit. So I'm going to move this back. You can see right here, you had support, which then turned into resistance. I mean, that is just clean. And then it could not even come back to properly test it. So yeah, this one, if you're interested in it, I think if you can go ahead and break the 166 and maybe on the retest, you can nibble a little bit. If you go ahead and break that 166, just a small size, right? Maybe like 1/4 of your typical size. And then perhaps on the retest, you can go ahead and get the remaining 3/4 of your position that you'd like on this one. And maybe give it about, I would say at least $1, if not more, of risk off area. But this 166 is what's going to be key. So we're going to set our alerts there on that one. Let's see what other tickers y'all want us to take a look at. I think Foot Locker, Ryan had already gone over.
Yeah, and Farfetch as well.
Okay, gotcha. Let's see if there's anything else in the chat. MDB, sure, why not? We can take a look at MDB. I forgot how to spell for a moment there. Might have to go to a larger time frame to see what's happening here. What is this level? The 180, 280s? Yeah, it looks like 280s. You had support once, twice, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times here, and then to the downside. So I would say keep an eye on this level here, the 280s, and then see if you can get a move to the downside. Let's see if we got any other tickers in the chat. BHG. Penny stock, not one that I'm going to play, but because you asked me to review it, it looks like any time.
Nice little pop. Yeah, I was just going to say nice little pop here, but I'm with you on the penny stock aspect.
Yeah, not one that I'll play, but you can see it. Whether this spike here on the 15th was legit or not, that's exactly the area you're having support come in. So resistance, held it on as support. So there you go. You kind of have your support already in the sand. at 0.29. If it breaks 0.29, a quarter and 4 cents, get out of that one there. When is when 24, right? So it's kind of had a little bit of trouble getting over that 24 level. Let's go ahead and kind of give it maybe a daily look. 4 days to the downside, making lower highs. But if you can go ahead and break that, you can possibly go back and test it. You can see obviously 24 is right there itself. So actually, is this about to hit? No, it's not about to hit all-time highs. Give me a sec. Yeah, it looks like so you do have all-time highs at 28. So maybe if you break this 24, we can see about possibly testing it. But again, not a stock that I'm familiar with, so I'm not going to pretend like I know what it's going to do. But just something to keep in mind because it did go ahead and have that big spike there on around June, I believe it was, of last year on that ticker. Looks like something is moving, and it's Baba to the downside, I believe. Yep. There's the bell. Good luck to everybody. Let me go ahead and make sure. Oh, something just happened. I'll tell you guys what it
GSIT
was.
First move is down here. LSDI, Carmen, you were asking about LSDI. We did go over that one here. It's actually below support. Maybe if we can reclaim here and move back towards the VWAP, might have an opportunity there on LSDI.
What it was the market had opened and we went ahead and secured profit on our SPY short. So, yoo-hoo!
Nice job, Zunaid.
Thank you. Thank you. Quick little $50 for the haircut in my pocket.
$767 spot to watch on SDA, by the way. PRTA, huh, Sid? Let's take a look at that. Not really moving yet. No volume yet. Farfetch holding that VWAP so far.
We're about $1 away, but if Apple cracks the 175, I'd be interested in a short. Probably try to risk a little bit too much than I probably should if we do go ahead and crack that.
Yeah, and Becca mentioning IPOs recently. So MGRM, one of them, up huge today, up 255%. Is this halted? Yeah, sure is. Halted to the upside here. Fresh IPO, new issue. GSIT trading back up. Sorry.
No, you're fine. This monogram was $12 yesterday. Wow.
Yep, sure was.
Becca, I'm gonna need you to let me know about these before they pop.
You can check them all out in the IPO calendar in Pro.
Oh, I meant like reading the future, but yeah.
Oh,
that too.
I meant like reading the future.
Yeah.
Lol.
No, I know we've got a sick IPO calendar. Matter of fact, we've got an IPO calendar, a dividend calendar, an earnings calendar, an analyst ratings calendar. So yeah, we got it all. An economic calendar, obviously, as well. Bro, talking about GSIT. I'd be okay playing this one closer to $6.
Yeah, we're coming down here. First move was down, tried to bounce, but let's let this come into support before we pick it up on GSIT. Jay, you said that this was nice continuation. Are you looking to trade this? Are you looking for a trade above the range here? What are you looking at in GSIT if you're going to trade this? Palantir still going, evidently. Oh my God. I really wish I spotted this one, man.
Broke the highs. Here's the thing, though. Like, how do we even try to play that one now? You know
what?
Palantir.
Yeah, I mean, unless you think it's going to some of these other ones, I guess you could wait for pullbacks to some of these levels and see if they hold them. If you want to have a more conservative entry, if you think it's just going to keep raging here, 1450 is probably going to be the best next level. Maybe 1450 to 15. But again, remember, just the float is so huge on Palantir.
And was that catalyst based off of earnings or something? Like, why is it moving?
Kathy Wood bought like $9 million worth on Wednesday, I believe.
Okay.
Or was that last week?
I didn't know she still held that much
Yeah.
weight. Good for her.
Kathy Wood doubles down on Palantir, buys another $13 million stake. Excuse me. That was news from Wednesday. The transaction, I think, happened earlier than that.
It's a lot of money. It's a lot of money.
Just an absolute monster, though, here.
So is earnings in AI. All right. Appreciate that, Megan. All right. So look, here's my game plan on MGRM. All right. I don't know where to purchase this one with a good stop loss. Okay. So the only way that I know I'm going to be able to play this without, getting too much FOMO or anything is $50. If it goes ahead and breaks 50, which I can't even properly set an alert because it's halted and TradingView likes to be weird about it. If it can go ahead and break 50 on the 5-minute, I will go ahead and buy it at that close. And my stop loss will be below the 5-minute candle. Now, given how volatile this can be, I'll probably only get like 5 to 10 shares just so I can have my skin in the game and say, yeah, I went ahead and traded that when I hit the bars later. But besides that, I'm not quite sure how I can play this one because it just came out. So there's not much for me to go off of.
Jay, thanks for the context here. Jay saying, Ryan, I bought yesterday GSIT. I trimmed some last night. As Crow said, some of these names rip after hours as shorts tend to be less active. And he's still holding some. So you're looking like, so you already taken some of your gains. It looks like you're trying to take the rest of your gains here today if we get any continuation. And Minao, if I'm pronouncing that right, what do you mean when you say the float is too big? I don't think I said it was too big. I just said it was huge. It's 1.8 billion shares. Just means it trades a little bit thicker.
And also, just to clarify, Ryan didn't say flow, F-L-O-W. I believe you said float, F-L-O-A-T. So just a heads up on
ENVB,
that.
by the way, ENVB going today. This might be some continuation from yesterday.
And the reason I give a differentiation between those two is not because I'm trying to be a smart butt, but because flow is an actual thing in trading, and so is float. So I don't want to mislead anybody. So just wanted to clarify that again. Although an ice cream float that flows right into my mouth, I wouldn't mind at the moment. I don't know why.
I think you're doing too much there, Zunaid. Honestly,
look, I'm not used to being on Fridays, right? So, like, to me, I don't know how to behave. I don't know how to act. What is this ticker? It's Google. 124.50. Continuously being resistance. Let's see how it behaves once it can go ahead and pop pre-market highs. Aunt Flow is real too. I don't know what that is. I'm scared to Google it.
Yeah. I'm just going to leave that one alone.
So I shouldn't Google it?
You can do whatever you want, man, but I'm going to leave it alone. It's not terrible. It's just, you'll be like, oh, now I see. SOUN, another AI name, busting through yesterday's intraday high, that 292 level, popping through 3 here. SOUN looks like this is going some more. Next spot I have on SOUN is 315. Jet says, y'all are hilarious sometimes. That's good, Jet. We want to bring some entertainment and laughs to what is otherwise a very, very serious profession.
I Googled it. Cool. Hey, it's a human natural thing. If you got it, you need it. You got Google popping to the upside, 124.50. Now we kind of go ahead and see, hey, can we go ahead and get ourselves some shares on the retest and risk about $100 to the upside and $100 to the downside? Looking to enter Google, ticker GOOGL, at 124.52 on the retest. SDA gone. What is that? Smile Direct Club? No, it's not. It's SunCar Technology. I was wrong. SDC, I think it's Smile Direct Club. Duh.
SDA is gone. That actually popped through that 767 top here. It looks like we're going to back test it here, but this might be good, especially if this firms up. This might give us more opportunity. ENVB continuing to attack those highs here. High print that I have for ENVB is 353 here today.
Folks talking about NVIDIA. Ooh, NVIDIA to the downside. Okay, now hold on. Are we entering? You know what? Here, just because I need to get my fix in. All right, so the reason I just purchased NVIDIA is because this is where it found support once, twice, 3 times, 4 times. And I want to go ahead and say, hey, I'm going to see if I can just get a quick little 30 bucks just so I know that, hey, I'm a demon when it comes to trading, right? Just give me a little bit of taste of a bounce. Thanks for calling that. Who called that out right there? On perfect. Paul C. So yeah, this is an area of support right here. Now, how big of a bounce will it be? I don't know. I was just up 22 bucks again, trying to pay for them tips and them haircuts. Matter of fact, maybe it can go to the 14s. I'm actually not sure.
Crow, you were saying all your focus is on MGRM IPO here. It is still halted. The 10-minute halt should be ending here. It should be ending here in a sec.
Tesla straight up to the upside.
Who called that earlier? Launches. Someone called that earlier. Jay, was that you again?
It's like Jay Wellness is talking about it.
No, but earlier someone said before this move that they think it's going to trade higher here today.
Well, they were correct.
They sure were, and I didn't get to it fast enough.
On NVIDIA, what a bounce from that 312.49. Appreciate you, Paul. You helped me get some 30 bucks, man. But anyway, I hope you get in all seriousness see why I took that trade right there.
Jay Rice, big time call. I think it's going higher. Broke the 50-day. And it's one of those Moomoo names in large cap that has lagged.
Well done. Well done. Well done. Well done.
I did. I told Z not to short it.
I did not short it. So thank you.
No, I know. I'm saying. There you go.
Yeah. I appreciate you. Let's see what else we've got. There is one ticker we're paying attention to. What was the Halt Fest one?
MGRM open. MGRM open. High of 48 right there.
What's he going to do at 50?
42 now. See, stuff that moves. This is going to be a downside halt.
Yes, it is.
If it holds here. Nope, did not hold.
Imagine having 100 shares that you purchased at, let's just say, 44 bucks. And then in a couple of seconds, you don't know if you're down 200 or if you're up 200. And now you're down 600.
It's exactly why I don't like trading those, Zunaid, because I feel like the extreme movement is going to be a cause of me doing something dumb. It's going to make my trading worse just because of how it moves around. Even if you only have 100 shares or 5 shares or whatever it is.
You do have Palantir around VWAP. Thank you for calling that out, J2K.
LSDI might be moving up off those lows that it made right at the market open here. About to touch VWAP. LSDI, I've got VWAP at about 148, currently at 143, so that's not looking too bad.
All right. Just because I need to have a little bit of fun again. I'm going to look to purchase 5 shares, just 5 at 36.20, which is right where VWAP is. So just having a little bit of fun, you know. We'll see. We'll see if I even get filled. Short Palantir here? I wouldn't. I mean, what a great run it's had. If anything, I would look at maybe purchasing it with a stop loss below VWAP. I mean, look, I'm not saying the short can't work, but I'm saying what level are you kind of going off of, right? So what's the reason that you're saying, hey, this is where sellers are going to step up and knock this puppy down? Why am I so close to the camera? I'm sorry. You don't like my pretty face? You don't like to see my blackheads and my freckles?
Shelly, where's Buddy? I miss him so much. He's around. The door to the office is closed, though. It's a really long story I don't really want to get into right now. But I basically keep my last remaining bird in my office. So Buddy there has to be some type of separation. I am not a fan of shorting Palantir. Even if you think it's going to regress, my thing is I don't want to jump in front of a freight train. And the momentum has been incredibly strong in Palantir. There's just no denying that.
Not something that I will go ahead and short. I mean, although since you've mentioned it's down 10 cents, but again, not something I'm going to do.
It might continue to, but I'm just not in the habit of jumping in front of stuff that has really, really strong momentum.
All right, we are in Google. We did go ahead and get filled in ticker GOOGL at 124.52.
Soundhound trying to pop through 3 yet again. LSDI continuing its bounce, now moving through VWAP. If you did take this from the list here this morning or from the initial bounce, I think it's probably time to take some of those gains up. Pretty nice bounce here. 23 cents off that dead low, pushing through the VWAP. Volume also looks good here on LSDI. Apparently this is a Beck's call from 2 weeks ago.
Oh, come on, Google.
Great job, team. Looks like a number of you folks are hitting LSDI. Let's go.
Better than hitting LSD. I like it.
That's true.
What was the other ticker? MGRM. I'm just gonna add to my
MGRM,
watch
yep.
list. Here, let me just add that to my watch list. Thank you. All right, done. All right, I'm gonna have to move my buy order up just to match VWAP a little bit. Where's my Google trade that's about to not look pretty?
ALIM, by the way, ticker ALIM. To me, this really needs a 250 cross. But it is a nice little curl off the kind of the lower here. If we go through 250, maybe we can start taking out some of this range. We'll see. IMGN, this is a pretty nice one too.
Let me see something here real quick. Where's my
Yeah, Shelly, it must have been a long time since you've been here. The other screen here is Moomoo, our sponsor for the month of May here. We are all doing a small account challenge that started with $500. So it is Moomoo. Moomoo is a broker that has free and useful investment tools, and it's also hosting a paper trading competition. So if you want to go prove to everyone how much better you are than them, Shelly, maybe join that paper trading competition. First prize is $1,500 in cash coupons, and all participants will receive 1 month of Benzinga Pro for free. Just be sure to click on the QR code or the link in the description below. This is what it is, though.
By the way, MGRM halted to the downside. It is 5 cents away from my limit fill price. So,
look at IMGN. What a move here in IMGN.
Nice little pop above 14. And I did go and get stopped out on Google. Ryan, if you'll excuse me, I got to take care of something. I'll be right back in about 5 minutes.
You got it, my man.
I'll be right back.
Isn't Moomoo a Chinese broker? I don't think it's Chinese. I think it's Malaysian. I think Zunaid told us yesterday they moved to Malaysia or something like that. It's a sweet broker, though. Really, really good fills, really, really good options. The app is amazing. The desktop and the mobile app, frankly, are amazing. So, Wisdom's getting some prizes. Let's go, Wisdom. IMGN, this is a really strong move. One of my buddies said he's looking for 15s on this, getting a huge pop here today. I didn't buy it. So I'm missing this out, but missing out on this one, but nice move here. Nice high and tight flag. Now breaking out of this formation, man. Nice little move here on Immunogen. LSDI continuing its bounce off this support level. Wow, big bounce there in LSDI. Buddy is free, Shelly. When I close the birdcage, I will go ahead and let him in here. Jay, a lot of talk on the happy hour show about IBM being an actual pure AI play, probably one of the better ones. Big bounce off the 121 area you're saying here in IBM. This probably not as sexy as some of the other AI plays, but does pay a dividend. actually a pretty nice level right here. And you're right. This is the bounce that I think you're talking about, this 121 level. Nice little bounce off this. I would, if this trend can break here, let's see. See if we can draw this, huh? Okay, if we can break this trend here, I think we're in pretty good shape on IBM. I agree with this in terms of the AI call. Oh, they're now open in Malaysia. Well, hopefully they get Canada. Hopefully they open in Canada. I know we've got some Canadians here that trade with us in our group that have expressed interest in it. So, Moomoo, if you're out there listening, go to Canada. Let Canadians get in on this. They've been, looks like they want it. You guys are saying Palantir is MGRM halted again? Yeah, I think it is. Halted to the downside here on MGRM. ENVB kind of curling over too. Yeah, this is definitely halted to the downside here. GSIT looking good here, folks. GSIT, let's take a look at that. Do we burn the last day trade here on GSIT? Right back to VWAP. I want to see a move through that VWAP here. Let's see what we can get going. Okay, so we are through the VWAP pretty good here. GSIT going 650. See if we can take the top off here at 680. In Canada, it would be called Mimi. I guess I don't really get that, but I'm not Canadian. All good, Zunaid?
Yeah.
Really good timing because I would like to use the washroom. Is that all right?
It is all you, my friend.
Yeah.
Let me put up my charts here. Fix my hair because what happened there? All right. We're going to move our purchase orders down here. Again, this is just me trying to trade it off of the VWAP. This is probably going to be an L, to be honest, but 5 shares. We'll live a little. It's all right. We'll just ask Benzinga for reimbursement if we lose, you know? I can't be mean. I can't be mean, Shelly. All right, let's see what else is going on in the markets. Where's my Google that gave me an L? There it is. Where are we at? There we go. Sorry. I'm going to go ahead and set an alert here on Google because I'd love to give it another shot if it wants to move up. But for now, we're not going to get into the trade again. But I do have my alert set on that. This one hasn't opened yet. Let's see where else we can maybe try to find a spot. I am personally not really seeing anything I like. What about the SPY? Okay. Just trying to see if I see any trends or any trend lines. Maybe this one. I didn't want to do anything there, but so you can possibly have this trend that's kind of continuing here, right? You do have 1 touch, 2 touch. You want to take yesterday into account, that's 3 touch. So you could possibly, the closer you get it to this test, you can make a move to it. It is about to close above VWAP. If it holds on for the next 7 minutes, which is a long time, it could easily just as much flush. So I just don't have a good read. Not going to lie. Don't have a good read. And here is Apple trying to get back above VWAP. But I think my main focus is going to be on Google if it can come back up to the upside. Yeah, this ticker I don't really care about. Don't care about PAC. Ooh, $6. Nice bounce.
I went ahead and tried to let Buddy in the room here, and he immediately went for the birdcage. Here you go, Shelly. If you're still here, enjoy it because I don't know how long it's going to last. He's being a bad boy. Look at him.
He's like eyeing that right now.
Yeah, he's eyeing that bird. He wants that. That's like I said, it's not managing a cat and a bird is not easy.
That's crazy. That's wild. Where were we on this one? All right, and then MGRM still hasn't opened up.
GSIT really knifing here. So it looks like it went up to that 684, yanked all the way back beneath the VWAP here. Jay, did you exit on that pop, or I think you were actually waiting for this to go more? IMGN continuing to push towards those 15s. Oh my God, what a call this was.
And yeah, someone who was it? I'm sorry, I got to go back and give them credit. Lucas telling us that the Qs are weaker than SPY. Yes, that is correct. And I usually enjoy trading tech, but I'm having a tough time trying to find something that I like. So here's a SPY, and here are the Qs. But let's see. Maybe Netflix if we want to. Let me try 35 shares at Netflix here. Stop loss for me will be below this area. Since you can see that's where we had support there. I want to see if I can get above VWAP. I am front running a little bit, but
Jay saying no, he's not out of his GSIT yet, looking to add more under 6. Megan, the ticker I was talking about, I believe, is going to be IMGN. That's India Michael Golf November. This is Immunogen. It's running pretty big here. That was just an amazing call that unfortunately, I'll start giving you, I'll start talking about some of those calls, even if I'm not in them. I generally don't like doing that because I just hear it from somebody else, but this guy's an ace. So I'll bring that in.
yeah, I mean, I'm looking at.
Take care, Shelly. Sorry, Zunaid. Take care, Shelly. You going to be around for Tarkov later? Okay. Sorry, Zunaid. Go ahead. My bad.
No, you're totally fine, man. Folks had a couple of tickers in the chat. So AMD coming on down to about the 105 level. 105.67 is currently where it's at. Again, don't really see anything that I'd like to trade on that. Amazon, similar story. Don't really see levels that I would like to kind of trade. Not saying that there aren't any. I'm just saying I can't identify them, and I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do with them. But what I do know is that I did go ahead and get filled on MGRM at $35 just for funsies. And there it goes.
There it goes to 32.
Is it going to halt down?
I think 31.50 here is the next halt down if it holds. And it didn't. Right back to 35. LOL, Zunaid.
All right, we're going to put our stop loss right there. Right below 30 crack. And you know what? We're going to try to live a little. We're going to see if it wants to revisit high sometime today. So we're going to see if we can get a 2-to-1 trade out of this. And again, this is just me having fun. There is no logic to this trade besides, hey, I have the ability to press buttons. So drink responsibly and trade responsibly.
Drink responsibly.
SPY still above VWAP.
Farfetch. Look at this, folks. Broke through that 545, consolidated around it, and now pushing away from it. Farfetch looks good here. A nice little move there. I got to get more confident in holding stuff overnight. There's been a lot of really good moves here. Jay's really been doing a great job with this. I need to work on this. Definitely an area of focus, especially for the small account, because it's going to be so much. Yeah, I can day trade anytime I want in the regular account. But for the small account, being able to hit some of these overnight, that's really, really going to be helpful. It's going to help me exponentially grow this account if I can do it correctly.
What was another ticker? I think it was Netflix.
Netflix has been really strong. It probably is it.
Hey, nice. We're looking nice on Netflix. We're up about 60 cents on it. We're looking for, I think, a couple of bucks.
Lucid, really strong morning here. Weren't you guys trading BHC yesterday? Looks like a little bit more continuation here. Rejected just shy of the 9 handle. LSDI continuing that move off that bounce from 130. Wow, what a strong bounce here. This would have been it. This would have been the trade for the small account right here. Was not confident in a bounce. When I take a look at this, I guess this bounce kind of right off this area here, but didn't really feel great about that. Yeah. So we talked about this the other day. This was a Becca call from a couple days ago. PIII. I stupidly didn't buy that. I really should have. That'd have been a great one to just hang on to.
All right, went ahead and got stopped out on my MGRM trade. It wasn't really even a trade. It was a gamble.
I was going to say, how many shares? 5?
5. Yeah, I lost $30. Got to get your fix, man.
Look at this chart, guys. Look at this is PIII, by the way. I mean, look at this thing. March, this thing was 70 cents. It's $3.50 now.
On Netflix, though, our actual trade is moving up real nice. We're up almost about $2 on that one. So here's Netflix. We purchased it at $366.90. Looking to take gains at $369.50s, give or take. Might actually just... Yeah, I think we can go ahead and test that.
Jay saying here's my guess. Retail traders more after hours. They can push the stocks around easier with some of the big boys taking the other side. Which ticker are you referring to there?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, more like a week or so ago, Ryan. Yeah, it was, I mean, I can't remember exactly when you had called that one, but I remember kicking myself because it was just such a great move.
Trying to look around and see if there's any at least options I can play that are fun in my Moomoo account.
IMGN, I see the 15 calls going off for 6/16, so that's the June monthly contract. Let me take a look at that in Moomoo. Maybe I will take some of that.
All right, we talked about ENPH earlier in the start of the show. So here you go. You had your support. Excuse me. Yeah, you had your support that turned into resistance. That is now at the battlefield. We shall see what happens around this 166 level, which is bringing it back to your attention. That way y'all can see what's what and see if it's worth your money. MVIS. Did this one have news, chat? Let us know in the morning. I can go ahead and see if there's any deal levels I like.
We had some Form 4s here. Let me see if I can figure out what's going on. Looks like the director is getting options.
Yeah, you are. It's near VWAP, so it's definitely a decent entry. No question.
Gashi2 asking, Ryan, how do you see the calls, man? Well, I got 2 ways. First of all, I use Benzinga Pro, which has an unusual option activity calendar in it. And if I type the ticker in right, I can show you. If I do IMGN, I can see that there was a flag here. Nice 610 lot. So it's only about 50K, but they paid 80 cents. These calls are $1.20 now. So that was a pretty good move. That's from today. The other thing that you can do while we're talking about it, let me show you. In Moomoo here, this actually has an unusual option activity scanner here. Now, there is a way to filter this, but I can't remember how to do that because I basically just watch this for flow. Option symbol. Yeah, I have to figure out how to do that here. But I'm basically watching this for flow, and if I see anything that's an active buy that's really, really big, I take a little bit more. I take a little closer look at it. So I would use these 2 tools. Again, you do get this in Moomoo. If you're interested in the Moomoo broker, this comes with it. The unusual option activity is an add-on for Benzinga Pro, but it is a good one at that.
You know what's scary about buying cars? I want to give you a quick example. What time is it? It's 10 o'clock. I'm going to give you a quick example, okay? Here, let me go ahead and share my screen. Oops, there we go. All right, so look, it says, hey, a car that you were viewing has dropped in price. All right, the car value was, it was priced at $28,600, okay? It was priced at 28.6, and the price that it dropped to is 26. So that's about a $2,600 in savings, right? And this is why I get so scared to buy cars, because it's like, man, what if tomorrow it drops again? You know what I mean? But I mean, nonetheless, we've made a purchase. We're just waiting for the car to show up. But like,
Well,
man, this
Zunaid,
pisses me off.
I'm pretty sure that this is why Warren Buffett says to always buy used cars, because if you buy a new car, you're going to lose a bunch of the value simply driving it off the lot. So
yeah, well, this is, yeah, I mean, it is used. I'm just saying though, that same exact car dropped $2,600. Now I don't know how long ago I watched this car. I have no idea, but just, you know, annoying. But I guess that is also life.
GSIT moving down to Jay's ad level. And Corey's asking me, what do you consider really, really big? Really, really big is going to be like 10,000 share lots. Like I used to do that on Tyson. If I see a 10,000 share lot in a call or a put direction close to a binary event like earnings or something like that, I'll generally follow with a couple of contracts myself. Those I consider really, really big. Big, I consider anything over 1,000. And in terms of premium, really anything over $250,000. Some trader or some firms really to put $250,000 or more in one single options position, probably good for my $1,000 or my $500, right? That's just kind of the way I look at it. The other thing about that, Corey, is repeat sweeps or repeat buys, also a bullish signal. If you see calls getting hit multiple times, even as the price goes up, I factor that in as well.
Yeah, Postman, the car that I bought is a 2022, or I haven't bought it. I've paid to come to me so I can take a look and then give them the check. But it's a 2022 Kia K5. So I'm excited for it, but it's just the anxiety I get of making a purchase like that is, and it's not even because of the money, thankfully. It's because it's how much am I overpaying? That's what upsets me all the time, because I've been in retail sales and all that stuff, and I know the margins in certain products, and it just is not good for my mental. W key, let's take a look at W key.
W key is spiking right now.
Yeah, it is. Look at that. And my mouse just deactivated. Okay, now I gotta wait a minute. And it's back. Okay. $4, right? So $4. Keep an eye on that. Possible resistance. You did have, what is that, 420, 419 or so coming in. Let's see. Let's take a look at Tesla. Where's
Huge
Tesla?
pull in GSIT, folks, all the way down to 550 handle. Jay, let me know if you added there.
That's the thing, though, Raz. What is a good valuation, right?
Here's the way I think about it. If I
What's up?
like the car, it's going to be so much easier for me to justify the purchase.
Yes.
You know what I mean? The current car that I have is a Ford Fusion. I actually leased it and then bought the lease out because I like the car so much. So, yeah. I mean, I think I paid like 38 for it, something like that. It's the Sport. Yeah. It's the fast one.
Nice. You've got a Tesla, by the way, bouncing from VWAP just a little bit. Making higher highs. Excuse me, making higher lows. Not higher highs. One you can afford without breaking your bank. Yeah, see, for me, it's more so of like, oh, by the way, that trend line coming into action. What do you know?
Really quickly here on SDA, this is one of the stocks from the list here. We might be getting a curl here. Would just be careful. And if you're going to trade this, be sure to have a stop in case we break down through like the 783. Might be curling here on SDA, though. SunCar Technology.
$15-minute on NVIDIA. Let's see what's going on in NVIDIA. Oh, boy. Yeah, that one's just puked that level. Boy, oh boy. All right, now let's see how it behaves around this 210. So here's what I've got on NVIDIA. So we talked about this 312.50 level because of the bounces here. So 1, 2, we went ahead and took a trade here. We made money. We got out. Now that same level, again, this is a minute chart, but that same level broke, resistance, resistance, and now to the downside, right? What level do we kind of keep an eye on next? In my opinion, it's the 410 right here, because you can see that here you had resistance, you popped up, you held a support, and you moved up. Now can that same area act as support? I'm going to go ahead and put money where my mouth is, and we're going to go ahead and get in for approximately 100 shares. We're going to risk about $100. Not looking for $1,000, just $100. Let's see. Let's see if we get activated on this trade or not.
Bayard saying zero motorcycle nor car has had any value when I've been done with it. Bayard, it sounds to me like you actually drive them. That's kind of the point that I'm making. If you like the car and you're gonna get usage out of it, if you enjoy it, then it's probably worth that price that you paid, unless you recklessly overpaid or something like that. To me, at the end of the car's life, if I enjoyed it and I drove it and it did what I needed to do, then to me it was worth it.
I will take a look at MGRM as that one is unhalted. Give me a sec. I'm just trying to place this one quick trade.
Here is MGRM. Zunaid, you feel free to take it back whenever, but we're currently at 28.80s. 28 now. IMGN and pull back to VWAP here. I'm going to check out those calls again.
Someone's laughing at coin. Why are you laughing at coin? What did coin ever? Oh my goodness. All right, coin. All right, coin.
Didn't
Coin
add. G said, okay, thanks, Jay.
The downside. Coin just dropped $2 or give or take in the last 15 minutes. AKA it dropped approximately 2% in the last 15 minutes. Yeah, I'm not sure if that's because of news or what, but all right. My next trade, I'm waiting for this 15-minute candle to close on the Qs. Let me go ahead and do my chart. Waiting for this candle to close on the Qs. We could go on the shorter time frame and kind of play with it that way, but I prefer the 15 for this time. If it does goes and close here, I would look to go ahead and short around this 336.97 and then short again around this 337.25s, and then stop loss would be a crack of 337.53s. Coming back to the SPY, hey, look at that. Trend line's working out for a moment to give me $7. We're hoping to give us a little bit more than that, but
Definitely tempted to take one of these IMGM calls. It's $1 right now.
By the way, Ryan, yesterday we ended the show on AOL. What should we end the show on today?
Not AOL. How about that?
Not AOL. Is there any like childhood, tunes?
I mean,
you know what I'm gonna do? Here, let me look it up actually.
I'm frightened, honestly, with what you're looking up, whatever it is. Just saying. Yeah, folks, man. I want this call, but I think I'm going to pass on it for right now. I'll keep it on watch, though. EVS still super strong, Crow. I don't see an entry point up here, though. AOL was comedy, Z.
Hey, I'm just saying. Good old childhood days, man.
Raz, take care of yourself. Thanks for all your support and contributions this week. We'll see you next week.
Bye. All right, SPY looking to come back above
mods. Sorry, Zunaid. I didn't mean to.
You're
good discipline here by mods, though.
I'm trying to find this. Hang on. I found it, Ryan. I found something. And what did I just get filled on? Oh, my limit order is on the SPY. Yes, money in the bank.
What is it? Is it Wonder Years like Becca suggested?
Oh, I didn't even see Becca's suggestion, but Becca, perhaps we can do that for you. No, so 15 years ago, this is gonna sound so stupid. You know how there's sounds to anything, right? So like whenever Windows opens up, there's a sound. Whenever you get a text message, there's a sound. So I remember way back when I would YouTube Windows Startup Remix, and it would be a remix or a song based on the sounds that Windows would make on particular actions. So like I said,
I am scared for this.
I know. It
Megan,
sounds nice.
Megan asking Mott's for a hold. I don't think so. They just had an offering. Let me take a look at the chart here and see what it looks like. I took a loss on this. It's a penny stock. They just did an offering. Not the greatest daily chart. I mean, maybe with the offering out of the way, it pops. But to me, this just seems risky. I'm not. I did trade this earlier this week, but I'm not interested in holding it. LSDI, great call on that curl, whoever that was. We're up about 10 cents from that curl on LSDI. Huge, no, not maybe not huge, but nice move there. ANTF getting mentioned. That was, we looked at that this morning, didn't we? Sure, we did. TNF. God, I mix it up again.
It's okay.
180 Life Sciences here. So that's actually breaking down beneath the VWAP. We did have a nice move out of the gate there. What was your alert on, Zunaid?
Looks like on DE I got stopped out. As that one did. Why did I even get in this one? I don't remember why I got into this one. But the reason I'm in Netflix is, well, I'm actually surprised I haven't gotten taken out yet. Not going to lie. With this market moving up, come on, Netflix, take me out. Let's go ahead and move our stops up just a bit. Am I in anything else? Nope, that's the only thing I'm in. MGRM, by the way, hanging out around 28. Again, not really a level I see besides maybe $20 that I'd care to buy this at. But
RX might break 620 for a trade here. Volume's kind of low on it, but that's a decent setup. MVIS going back towards the highs. We talked about MVIS earlier. This one moving here. Would love to see a volume pop here, a little extended away from the VWAP. BIOC halted up. Oh, man, you guys were all over BIOC today. Huge move here.
if you are looking to go short, you've got the cues, not just against the previous close, but also VWAP at 337.50. Thanks for putting my chart up. Just calling it out, not anything I'm going to do anything with, but if that's something you're interested in, you can keep an eye on that. If you're interested in the SPY, this is a trend line that we've drawn. We actually took a trade based off of this trend line and made money on it. So you can keep an eye on that trend line. I'm getting hungry. Let's see what my schedule looks like today. We got like 4 calls back to back to back. That'll be fun. All right. All right, I'm going to go ahead and cancel out this NVIDIA trade since it didn't come all the way down. Did go ahead and have the bounce, just 38 cents before my entry, and it moved about $1.50. So I'm going to go ahead and pass on that. Tesla's at that 180. That 180 has been resistance. As you can see, still knocking on 180. You've got Go ticker here. You know what? Let me actually put up this. Kind of tempted to buy it. Anyway, Goog ticker GOOG 132 call is coming in on the ask, expiring June 23rd, approximately $400,000 worth on ticker GOOG 132 calls, expiring June 23rd. And on Google now, you've got some as well. Let's see what we've got on Google.
Is anyone bullish on the regional banks right now? Because I'm wondering if DPST is a decent swing. That's the levered bull regional bank ETF, the direction brand ETF. Let me know if anyone out there is bullish on the regional banks right now, with Powell basically not letting them go under, or Powell and Jamie Dimon. Is Jeremy Rome going to affect the market today? I'm almost embarrassed to say I don't think I know who that is. Let me look that up. I have no idea what this is, man. Walter, yeah, you have a hold your nose and buy. Yeah, I get it. See, Pac W is the one I'm worried about, Ryan. Oh, Jerome Powell. Dude, there was no, Kyle, there was no way I was going to get Jerome Powell from Jerome Rome. But yeah, he could absolutely affect it today. We'll see what he has to say.
Wasn't there a talent called Jim Rome or something? Like a sports talent?
Yeah, Jim Rome. He famous for getting into a fight with not Chris Everett. God, who was that? He got into a fight on one of his shows with an NFL quarterback. Jim Everett. He called him Chris Everett, and Jim didn't like that, and they got into a fight on the show. Oh my God, Bioc. So this would have been the play here for the small account challenge, without a doubt. Bioc halted to the upside, 991. This stock really started moving at about $6, up 3, almost 4 points on Bioc.
I've got maintenance banging on my door. I'll be right back.
Maintenance banging on the door. Damn, hope everything's okay. Oh, he came back to turn the camera off. I was wondering if he was going to do that. LOL. Are you guys still trading BVS? This looks like this move might be done or getting heavy and topping out here. Nice pullback to the VWAP, but that I'm worried about. LSDI back to its VWAP too. Ryan, you dig the haircut. All right, my man. Glad that you dig it. Yeah, I was pretty happy with it too. The girl that cuts it, she's been doing it for a long time. I'm happy with it pretty much every time. Doesn't look great with the headphones on though. But anyway, appreciate the kind words. That's very nice of you. Oh my goodness, look at that. For ENVB here, I think what we really want to do is or what we'd really be looking for here is this 435 test. Maybe it comes a little bit lower, like at 415 or so, but nice little power move here. Would love to see this volume expand. That would make this tradable. A little bit more volume in this name. RX, this continuing to be strong. EXRT, Sun W, Nut X, a nice little penny stock making a move here. Hey, behave yourself. Behave yourself. He doesn't want to behave himself. You okay, Zunaid?
Yeah, they just wanted to check the outlets and smoke detectors.
Okay. We don't need no fire hazard. GSIT popping. Looks like it's trying to go back through 6 here on GSIT. That's not in my list here. Let me see if I can grab it for you. Yeah, ENVB, that is a power move. Great call on that one. Great call on that one. Checking the Twitter streets, see if I see anything out there. Tesla's still strong. Tesla's still at the highs. It was such a good call from earlier from our group here.
Yeah, the only thing you want to make for now maybe would be a retest on that because even on the 5 and the 15, we haven't got a chance.
SPY trading back up. You guys are saying that the futures look like they're about to break. I'm assuming even break to the upside. So this is probably what you're talking about. We're looking at the SPY right here, but it looks like it's punching against this 420 high. We'll see if we can get above that.
Where is...
Felipe wants to take a look at V-Ray. So let's do that here. View-Ray. If you take a look at V-Ray, it looks like it wants to pop and fill some gaps. Lots of bad downgrades by analysts. Wonder why you put that in quotes. They have Goldman helping them with a sell-off. Why does Goldman want this to sell off? So first things first here, if you are able to kind of clear this, I'm not sure how much of a gap this is, but maybe if you can get a move back to 86, 89 cents, your gap really is going to start up here, right? This gap down from 3, I'd actually kind of just ignore this candle, probably look at 173. We need some trading up before we really start getting into gap fills here, Felipe. What happened with this one? This is 35, just under 35 million in revenue, market cap of 120 million. That's not even that expensive. Floats 175 million, so pretty diluted. They pulled guidance, withdrew guidance. I mean, for me, B. Riley lowered the price target. Yeah, Morgan Stanley equal weight lowers price target to 1. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I don't have an angle on V-Ray. This doesn't look good to me.
Papa John sees a place for AI in their business. I can see it too.
What is that place? I'm confused. Papa John's.
Papa John's. I mean, when I think of AI, I'm thinking of like if Papa John's ever wanted to incorporate any type of fast drive-through type process. I think some might even have drive-throughs. I can see that kind of being a situation for them. Speaking of Papa John's, the main thing that I like that I want to try is this Doritos meal deal that they have. Maybe not the Cool Ranch because I'm not a fan of ranch, but it's like it looks like a calzone.
Funny story about ranch. I was in Arkansas, which is of course in the South, and I told a group of people at dinner, the group that I was with, my friends, that ranch was quote disgusting, and I think I even called it classless. Wow. I had a couple of drinks, so bear with me. But apparently, I offended everybody in the South, according to them. So I'm really sorry about that. The counterpoint that was brought up is that I've never had homemade ranch, and that's probably true. I can't recall that. All I can tell you is that Hidden Valley stuff, nope.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever had ranch in my life, so pass. By the way, BIOC halted to the upside, approaching $10.
That was already halted, 991.
Ah, gotcha. Thank you.
Why not insult the Razorbacks? Because I wanted to make it home, Paul. I actually root for the Razorbacks. Got a nice little golf ball for my collection from the Razorback Foundation as well.
What was I about to do? BIOC, that's what it was. All right, BIOC, if it goes ahead and pops above 10 and has somewhat of a retest, I will be interested in this one. Matter of fact, I'm going to see if I can live life dangerously. Is my trader thing up? It sure is. Let's go ahead and take a look at that. I do love honey mustard and barbecue, though. Amen.
I
to
love
that.
honey mustard and barbecue as well.
Oh, Ryan, today I will be having, I'm pretty sure there's gonna be a bunch of Indian food there. Going to my cousin's wedding. Very excited because I used to beat this little nugget's ass when he was like 7. Fine, more like 13, but I'm excited. They all just grow up so fast. But the reason I bring that up is should be. I was thinking of buttered chicken. I was thinking of Indian food, and that's where my mind went.
Oh man, I could go for that right now. I'm so hungry. I'm still at part of my fast. I generally don't end my fast till 11 a.m. Central. It's 9:30. I got another hour and a half here.
Sleep it off.
I'm not going to sleep during work, bro. But thank you for getting me in trouble.
Yeah,
Trying
we
to.
never
Anyway.
we never do that, Jason. You know, some people actually sleep on stream.
Yeah, isn't that why you downloaded that NVIDIA i thing?
Yes, that is exactly why.
Take that.
That is exactly
Two
why.
can play that game, my friend.
Man, taking a look at BIOC, that's kind of the next ticker of these fun little tickers that I'm looking to trade. If it can go ahead and pop up above 10. Matter of fact, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put it in order. BIOC, that's why I logged into this broker. Look to purchase 100 shares. Let's go with 50 shares. Where's VWAP at? Now we're going to wait. I'm going to wait, but if it goes ahead and pops up above 10, that's where I'm going to be interested in getting in. Netflix, by the way, we were so close to taking our gains, and then it just kind of drops on us. So look how close we were again. 30 cents away from taking our gains. It says, nope, I'm going back to VWAP. Fine. Whatever. Yeah, I usually fast. So for the past 2 days, unintentionally or not intentionally, rather, I've been eating 1 meal a day. So just at nighttime. But that's also because like whenever I have shows or different events, I don't eat that day until the event is over. So I like pigged out on halal guys for 2 straight days for the past 2 days. It's been nice.
Yeah, lucky you.
What, Crow? I know how to use the air fryer, bro. It would be boring because I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. By the way, BIOC, it looks like it is unhalted and went. Ooh, wow. Okay, I don't even know how I would have tried to play this one. Popped up all the way to 11, dropped to 980s, which I assume is now going to be halted again.
NVB big time. By the way, more Tesla calls as it continues to pound the high.
Yeah, I tried to purchase Tesla at 180s, but they said, no, we're not doing that, bro. Tried to get it on the... Oh, hey, Ryan, look at this.
What's up?
I don't know if you guys can properly see it, but I have been added just now, breaking news, to a WhatsApp group. You guys can't properly see it, maybe. Yeah, I don't think I can. So WhatsApp group, you can see it, whatever. Anyway, the message is Binance Exchange 24/7. I just got invited to such a pristine... limited group, Ryan. I'm about to be rich.
Okay. Don't forget about us when you're on top.
Thank you, WhatsApp. Anyway. All right, waiting to buy Tesla at 180 if it wants to come down and test it. VWAP rejected straight up NVIDIA. Do I want to maybe try some here? A little bit of fun. I'm just going to try and do some MGRM here for a little bit of fun. See if it wants to.
Didn't you already have fun losing on that one today?
Yeah. Well, hey. Listen, it's a Friday.
I was just asking.
Right?
I'm just making sure that I'm getting it right. That's all.
Some people sleep during work. I like to lose money during work. Okay.
Damn.
What do you think Jason's response will be when I send this in for a reimbursement of my losses?
I don't think Jason will see it. I think it'll get rejected before it even wastes Jason's time.
Well, I meant I was going to CC him on it, but yeah.
I mean, I can't even predict that, man. I can't even predict that. The colorful language that would be used would be entertaining, to say the least.
Yeah. Why TradingView has more green candlesticks than Webull on 5 minutes? Okay. So I don't know the answer to that, but let's see if we can investigate why that might be the case. If we go to settings, the only thing I can think of is maybe if you're looking at a different type of.
Does he mean the
candlestick?
candles that are filled in versus hollow? Like the green hollow candle versus a green filled in candle?
Yeah, I'm not sure. Unless you're looking like at a what's it called? A Hikanachi? Am I pronouncing that correctly? Hopefully.
Believe you
Sorry
are.
if I've offended someone.
Aikanachi.
All right. Anyway, back to trading here. SPY looking to break out, looking to go session highs. Where's my Google, man? Google's still just kind of stuck. It's just
ENVB at that yesterday's intraday high. This is an important point here for ENVB.
Stopped out on MGRM. Shaka. Jason, if you're listening, keep an eye out for a reimbursement form. Call it a business expense.
GSIT, nice recovery too here. Jay, I know you said you hadn't added in here, but this was a great call. You were looking for under 5. We got that knife under 5. I mean, you're up almost $1 from the lows. Actually, you were up. This kind of tried to trade back to VWAP here. This is a great call on adding GSAT below 6. Or GSIT, excuse me. I keep doing that.
So fly like a G6. All right, I'm going to see if I can purchase some shares of BIOC at 905, which is where VWAP is once this thing unhalts. Or maybe it just goes above 10 and continues to fly. I don't know. I'm trying to see what I have in the fridge. I don't know why I'm so hungry in the morning. Usually I'm not.
Ryan loading up some IMGN to the upside in the small account. Yeah, IMGN, excuse me. Nice. I'm looking at those calls, but at $1, I don't know. My nervous about playing options in the small account because I know how fast that stuff can go to zero. Would almost rather try to build small gains by trading stock.
Where is... All right, we're going to go ahead and try some Apple. Ooh, Tesla is seeing some bullish flow come in.
Dude, Tesla's been seeing bullish flow since the open here. The options.
You are not wrong, my friend. But the actual, so it's interesting. Seeing some bullish flow for next week, but bearish flow for this week. So I'm going to ignore that. What was I?
Zunaid the Renegade. I think I like that the most because it rhymes, honestly. Zunaid the Renegade. I'll take that. You're the Renegade.
I gotta look up what Renegade means. I know the song.
That they play at the Steelers games?
No, but like I think it has either Eminem in it. I just never knew if it was like a bad word.
Definitely not a bad word.
Oh, it just means you betray. Yeah, I think this lyric goes like I'm a renegade or something like that. Now that I know what it means, I can comfortably say that out loud. All right, our Apple trade that we just talked about, already in the money and working for us. The question is going to be, do I take my gains here or do I act greedy? What do y'all think, chat? Greedy would be just looking. Okay, so here's the thing. There's two levels of greedy. One would be high a day. Two would be a break and like 177s. Which way do I go, chat? Hurry up before this gets filled. First person answer, I will do what you say.
By the way, ENVB halted to the downside here. Mods, talking about this being an afternoon run. Let me tell you, if this holds VWAP right here, yeah, this could be another afternoon run. And if you take out that 435 again on volume, it could be wild. So good call there.
Take money and run. All right, cool. We'll leave it there and hopefully it gets filled. But great entry though on VWAP. Boop. I swear, if you don't fill me, thank you. Money in the bank.
IMGN looks like it's trying to continue to curl up here. I'm pushing away from the VWAP now. This stock all over the place here today.
Still waiting on BIOC to open up. Come on, Tesla.
Yeah, Mevis, good call here, Smoke Tuna. You've been on this early. Mevis, this has really been kind of a slower trade. This would have been great for the small account. Aside from some of this back and forth that we had early, got a nice little grind up. Opened right about 330, up 40 cents here on Mevis. Great stuff here. You were all over that early. I tell you what, our community is just so absolutely amazing. We get great moves and calls every single day from you folks. By the way, shout out to Crow, who's been trying to get an audience to come back and use the chat even when we're not on. That shows some dedication to the trading profession. Absolutely love seeing that.
And MGRM halted to the downside. All right, BIOC. I went ahead and got filled at 905s. Looking to take gains around 976 on this one.
I'm tempted to take some GSIT here. I know I missed the really good entry, but to me, it looks like we might actually test the VWAP and then go over it if we remain strong here. Now, the volume's dried up, so I want to be more tactical about this. I feel like I was a little late on some of the last plays and definitely trying to turn that around here. Smoke Tuna saying, Ryan, we are always in the chat on tomorrow's live chat session. Love to hear it, Smoke Tuna. Absolutely love it.
Money in the bank with BIOC. So that trade worked out. Let's kind of show y'all how it went, where it went, why it went. So, didn't have the got stopped out on Netflix, by the way. So on BIOC, 905 is where we purchased our shares and sold it at 976. Now we wait for the pop to see if we can get it to $10 and then some or not. Spread's about 30 cents, so that's not pretty. Yeah. But come on, are we going to get it above 10?
I was going to say this a little too difficult for me in the small account on BIOC. If I was doing this in my main account, I would just lower the size. But that spread's nasty, man. Spread's nasty.
Yeah. Let me check something here.
All right, folks, before we sign off, we're approaching the end here. Got about 15 minutes left. Before we sign off, I just want to remind you that we are, in fact, sponsored by Moomoo this month. And Moomoo is, of course, a stockbroker with a bunch of free and useful investment tools. We're, of course, hosting a paper trading challenge where the first prize is $1,500 in cash options. If you're interested, click the link below or scan the QR code on the screen. If you're interested in Moomoo and its benefits and that it has to offer, click that link. Check out more information down below for Moomoo. Get up to 15 free stocks by opening your account. It is a great broker. We're having a lot of fun with it. Wish I made more positive trades in it, but we still got time. Biak halted to the upside here, 10.30. There's your pop to 10, Zunaid.
Yep. You took the VWAP bounce. Yeah, it's the same exact thing I took, Crow. Assuming you're talking about BIOC. Nice little trade to the upside. Let's see if there's anything else that we can. Oh, yeah. That was. Oh, man. Google just not working out for us, huh? All right. No worries. Cancel that trade. Here's the thing. I mean, if I wanted to go short SPY, I've got to wait for this trend line to break. Got to break this 320. And then maybe I'd be interested in taking this to the downside.
ORMP at highs here, 489. This looks like it's got a 5 magnet in it. ORMP in a huge gap. God, I kind of want to take some of this over the weekend. I feel like I missed it, though. Up 18% here today. That's got to be a chase. Gotta be more disciplined than that. Got to be more disciplined than that. Mike, our Milky Fade. Have a good weekend, man. We'll see you on Monday. Take care of yourself. Hit them straight for all of you that are playing golf. Go low. All right, folks, things have dried up with the exception of that BIOC, which is still pretty wild.
Yeah, that one's above 10, halted. You want to recap anything before we go?
The only thing that I want to take a look at here before we go is going to be the SPY, because that's pretty much what I'm going to be watching. We are just straight up chop sideways on the SPY. So if we take a look back at the daily, oops. Well, here, you know what I'll do is I'll make this easier. I'll go to the chart tool here and we'll go to SPY here and then daily. All right. So again, we broke out of this. What'll be interesting to me is, do we come back in beneath this 500 or back into the sideways box? We'll see. Right now, looking at the intraday action here, SPY really sideways. I think if this breaks down, there might be an SQQQ trade or an SPXS trade in there. So something to keep in mind. The only thing I'm really going to be watching here is the SPY. If it gives me a really good entry or if it gives me an angle on something I think I can hold over the weekend, I would probably do that in the small account, but that's about it.
On the small account, I'm actually going to take a trade. So if you give me a minute, I'll show what I'm going to take. Give me one moment here.
While you're doing that, J2K, what is your golf handicap? I don't know offhand. I would say on 18, if you give me a breakfast ball, especially, I can probably shoot anywhere between high 80s and 100, depending on the difficulty of the course. Just played a course in Arkansas that I had never played before with new clubs, played really, really poorly and shot a 103, just to give you an idea. Best round from last year on 18 by myself was 88.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and purchase one of these, and I'll show y'all here in a second. All right, on my, well, I actually need to share another screen, so hang tight. All right, so here is my, wait, where'd it go? Is it on my, there it is. On my small account challenge. My bad. I was almost said short account challenge, which I guess works for me as well. Went ahead and purchased some Apple calls, 180 calls expiring on June 2nd. I purchased them for approximately 90 cents or so, I believe. Let's go here and see. Looks like I purchased them for 88 cents. Yeah, 88 cents right there. And the reason I purchased, so you can see right there, 180 calls expiring June 2nd, 88 cents. And the reason I did go ahead and purchase these is because if we go ahead and take a look at the daily, excuse me, not the daily, the 4 hour, you've got this 175 was resistance, popped up, holding on as support, holding on as support, holding on as support. So basically, if this goes ahead and drops and closes below 175, I will go ahead and get out, or I'll wait for it to trade back up in the next 2 weeks to closer to 180 if possible. So that's the reason for it. Those are my risk off levels, which you can see I also have alerts set there to notify me. It is a riskier trade, of course, since it is only 2 weeks out, but that's the reason I got into the trade. We shall see if it works out or not. And that's what I've got, Ryan. And you can see, by the way, you've got SPY breaking to the downside, testing this trend line at the moment. Oh, quick little bounce from that trend line. Is it going to hold? Is it not? I do not know. But that's pretty much all I have, pal. Anything on your end?
Nope, that was it. Just kind of watching the SPY. Definitely missed PIII. That was a huge Becca call. That would have been a great little swing in the small account. But no, that's basically it, my man. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you next week.
All right, everybody. See ya. Have a great time.